What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is JR, and I did 10 years in the Georgia Department of Correction, man. And I share prison stories, man. I let y'all know what was going on while I was behind the walls. Now, this story today, man, this took place. I was at the Bend, man. I pretty much just moved in this dorm, bro. I just moved in this dorm. And you know, whenever you move into a new dorm, you pretty much be trying to check out the scenery on everything that's really going on. Pay attention to who is who and what's what, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who affiliated with who homeboys, who from, same town, same area. Because those are the folks that always rock with each other, bro. Sometimes it not just be gang members, bro. It might be folks, they might be from like Columbus, they might be from Savannah, they might be from Albany or something, and they just be on their homeboy stuff. And plus, see who's on the dorm, bro. Pretty much peep everything too, bro. You peep to see who got phones, who got this. Not trying to be on no nosy stuff like that, but just being aware of your surroundings. Let's just put it like that. So anyways, bro, I noticed this dude every day, bro. He used to play hacky sack in the dorm. And if y'all know what hacky sack is, they be juggling that little ball with little beads and stuff in there. They be juggling that stuff. So you know me now, I'm a soccer player, bro. So I see over there, see the footwork and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, that actually looks good. Now I never really seen this stuff been played in real life, bro. Not gonna lie, never been seen this played in real life. The only time I seen it probably on TV or something like that. So I used to always sit down. I might sit down on my bunk and just be watching them, bro. I remember one day, me and my homeboy, we over there, we got them blowing a spliff, boom, boom, boom. So I'm tuned in. So he like, man, what you looking at? I was like, man, I'm looking at the white dude over there. He talking about, oh, you talking about Josh? He's like, yeah, man, Josh do that every day. And he wasn't right, bro. I was in this dorm by 2-3 days. And the 2-3 days I was in there, I seen Josh over there with the hacky sack. He like, yeah, you be on that footwork stuff, man. You be with all that soccer stuff out there, playing with all them all Mexicans and stuff, man. You go over there and mess with Josh, man. Josh a real cool white dude. So I'm like, all right, bet. Anyway, bro, I'm through the roof. You know what I'm saying? I'm off the I'm off the Al Green through the roof. So I go over there, man. I sat down at the table because you had a little at River Bend, it's an open dorm, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much have tables everywhere, but you had a little open space close over to the bathroom area and over there. And at a certain time, probably about like 7 o'clock or something, when everybody back in the dorm and everybody, all the crazy movement stopped going on, that's when Josh would pop out with his little hacky sack. You see him come out, got his little shorts on, tying his shoes up, and be over there just juggling. So I went over there. I'm sitting down watching him and stuff like that, bro. And he just be there on by himself. Got his headphones on, and like he just in that zone by himself, bro, where he just going in. So I really ain't want to really just disturb him like that, bro, because I see he in his zone. So I'm like, boom, I'll catch him tomorrow or something before he start, and I'll just see what's up with him, or just try to invite him out there to play soccer. Cause I see he got some mean footwork, bro. He over there doing skills and everything. Yeah, throwing the hacky sack up, twisting his foot over here, back over there, putting over his head, all type of stuff, bro. Catching it on his shoulder, catching on the back of his neck, flip it up in the air. You know what I'm saying? On his knees to the foot. So I'm like, okay, yeah, bro got skills. So anyways, bro, next day I got up and I noticed with him, every morning he'll go out to programs. You know what I'm saying? Always get dressed to programs. So I asked my homeboy, I was like, what kind of detail he got? Oh, he's like, man, Josh, education aid. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy like, yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He the one that helped me with my GED, cause bro had just got his GED, and he was like, Josh the one that helped him. Josh was real smart, man. This was the thing. And I was asking him, I was like, oh, he must have been locked up a long time, because he looked fairly young, bro. And that's when he started telling me, he's like, yeah, bro, Josh been gone since he was like 13, 14 years old. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, bro, that man almost 25 now, bro. He been gone since he 13, 14 years old. And I was like, man, that is insane, bro. That isn't insane. Could y'all even think about that, bro? I was thinking about it at the time, trying to process everything, bro. Like, what could he have done in this world for them folks to be locking him up and sentencing him to so much time? You feel me? My homeboy was like, yeah, bro, I think he got like 25 or something like that. That's like 25? That's a whole lot, bro. That is a whole lot. I was like, damn, bro, he got a good little stretch to go. He's like, yeah, man, but home real cool. He was like, yeah, man, Josh real cool, man. One of the coolest white dudes you'll meet. He'll help you with anything in this world. That's what my homeboy was telling him. Like, yeah, man, that's one of the best education aides up there. You know what I'm saying? He real good on the computer, well computer literate, you know what I'm saying? Help all the guys with their GED. Cause you know some of these guys, bro, they head is real tough. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for them to learn anything. They got a short attention span, you feel me? So even in the dorm, he was telling me, he's like, bro, you don't notice in the dorm sometimes the younger guys, they be going to him and stuff. Yeah, they be going to him in the dorm. He be helping them in the dorm with all type of stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's what's up, man. And I remember the next evening when we had went out there to play soccer at 2 o'clock. And I seen him out there on the yard, bro. But when I seen him on the yard, he was going over there with the white dudes to play volleyball, bro. Now, you don't see much black people on the volleyball court. They had a little volleyball court. You know what I'm saying? They be having sand, like it's sand all over the ground of it. So people be going over there to play volleyball. It's mostly like white people over there. You might see a couple black dudes, but it's mainly white dominated over there on the volleyball court. And I see him over there playing volleyball. So I was like, dang, he played volleyball. He real athletic. And he looked like one of them white dudes from like California or that be surfing. He put you in the mind of one of them surfer dudes. You know what I'm saying? Josh probably about 6'3", 6'4", real tall, man, real cool dude. But anyways, bro, I went out there played soccer. He came back in the dorm. When he came back in the dorm, I seen him pull a hacky sack out. I was like, man, I'm still sweating. My adrenaline still going. So he went over there, so I went over there ASAP. I'm like, man, what's up? I get in. He's like, come on, man, come on. Boom. We went to juggling. So he's like, you pretty good, man. He's like, I don't see guys just catching on like that. I was like, yeah, bro, I play soccer. He's like, yeah, I do see you on the soccer field with the Hispanics and stuff. I've been seeing you for a long time on there because I was in a different dorm. I was like, yeah. So he's like, yeah, you pretty good. He's like, come on, man, it's good to learn. So I was like, damn, why you will never play soccer? He's like, nah, man. And when he come to soccer games and stuff like that, he was telling me the Hispanics, they don't be wanting to pass him the ball, or they be acting funny towards him as far as just him learning how to play. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, bro, it seemed like you pretty good with your feet. He's like, yeah, in the hacky sack I'm good, but with a big old soccer ball, I ain't really that good. So I was like, okay, cool. Went over there, we went to juggling the thing, bro. He's showing me all type of tricks. He's showing me how to really just like control the little hacky sack thing. You know what I'm saying? Cause they be putting the little paws on their feet, doing all type. I gotta tell you tricks on the head, on the shoulder, all that type of stuff, bro. So I was like, okay, cool, this is pretty cool. And I started to have a conversation with him, bro. And that's when he was telling me, he's like, yeah, man, I just be doing this to kind of like free my mind. You know what I'm saying? He's like, this is my safe space. I was like, okay, cool. I could understand, bro. This is your safe space. He's like, yeah, man. We sat down after we finished, bro, and we chopped it up, bro. We chopped it up for about 2 hours, bro, just sitting down talking and whatever. You know, he asked me about what I'm locked up for and all this crazy stuff, bro. I already knew that he had crazy time and that he had been down a long time already. So, you know me, I'm really a conversationist, bro. So I sat down. I'm like, damn, how long you been gone? And that's when you see this, his whole face just changed, bro. The whole demeanor he just went to looking sad, bro. I was like, how long you been gone? He's like, man, I've been gone since I was almost 14, man. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? I was acting surprised, but I really wasn't surprised because I already done got a lot of intel about it. He was like, yeah, man. I was like, damn, what you locked up for, if you don't mind me asking? Because you don't just ask people what they locked up for. I asked him if you don't mind me asking. He's like, man, it ain't no problem. It's been in my past and stuff like that. And he was like, he down there unalive somebody. But he was like, the person didn't pass, but it was real tragic. You know what I'm saying? He was along the lines of a bully type of situation, bro. And he was like, damn, man, it's very unfortunate. He was like, how he regretted it, bro. He was like, man, I'm sorry I did that, man. This done cost me my whole life. So he was like, I kind of grew up in this place. And that's when he was telling me, man, he was like, you just got to do what you got to do and get out, man. He was like, don't get caught up. This one, he went and asked me, he's like, you affiliated? I was like, nah, I ain't affiliated. He was like, man, don't ever get affiliated, man. You know what I'm saying? Just do your little time and go home and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, bro. He was telling me he an orderly up there in education and all this type of stuff. So I was like, yeah, man, you pretty much grounded. Got your head on your shoulders. He's like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get ready. So when I do come up for parole in a couple of years, which probably be like another 7-8 years, he said, he was like, he be one of the guys. Because he ain't had a straight 25. I think it was like a split sentence or something like that. But after a certain time, he will be eligible for parole. And he was like, yeah, man, you just got to keep doing the right thing. I was like, yeah, same to you, bro. So he was like, yeah, man, I'm go lay down, man. I gotta take a shower and lay down and stuff. I gotta go to detail in the morning I'm really on a strict routine. I was like, yeah, bro, I be seeing you. You'll be on a strict routine. You find that with a lot of guys, bro. They be on like this routine stuff in chain gang that they do every day. Everything is pretty much kind of like repetitive. So that's what be going on. So now, one day, now, let me tell y'all this. When they're over on the volleyball court, bro, it ain't nothing but be mostly Ghostfaces over there. You be having other little white dudes, but it's mostly like Ghostfaces. They the one that be playing volleyball and stuff like that. And at this time, it was a lot of Ghostfaces in the dome. You know what I'm saying? It was probably about like 9 of them Ghostfaces in the dome. I don't even think it was no other gang or organization that was that deep in that dome at that time, bro. It was a lot of civilians in that dome too. And let me tell you, Josh himself, he was a civilian. He wasn't affiliated. But back there where he slept in his cut, it's mostly like Ghostfaces. That was like the Ghostface cut. You know what I'm saying? So I remember that night when I was actually playing hacky sack with him, one of the white boys, his name Sandbox. Sandbox, he was real cool. Sometimes he could be an a-hole though, man. He had came by and he was like, oh, that boy Jamaica out here playing hacky sack. Cause Sandbox used to come out there on the soccer field and try to play soccer with us sometime, man. So I knew him from then. So now I end up in the dorm with him. He came over to Josh and he was like, what's up, crack? You know what I'm saying? So Josh was like, man, don't call me that. And if you know, that's what the Ghostface, that's what they be calling each other. You know how like black folks would call each other N-word? They call each other crack. You know what I'm saying? When he said, what's up, crack? He threw up the Ghostface sign at him. And that's when Josh was like, man, I don't know what's wrong with him, man. I don't know why he think I'm Ghostface or something just because I be out there playing with him and stuff like that. Anyways, bro, the next day we on the yard. I see Josh over there. He doing his thing over there playing. We came back in the dorm, so I asked him if he going, you know what I'm saying, play a hacky sack or whatever. He like, nah, man, I ain't really feeling good today and stuff like that, bro. Anyways, bro, boom. He went back there to his cut and we chilling. So I'm there with my homeboy doing the regular, bro. You know, we blowing the air green. Boom, we heard some arguing back there. So when I looked back there, it was Josh back there. He was standing up. It was a whole bunch of Ghostfaces back there. So he was telling them like, man, y'all kind of dumb it down with the noise, bro. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I ain't feeling too good. And there goes, it was Sandbox, and it was 2 other Ghostfaces. They were like, man, we don't care about all that. We don't care about all that, man. You in the dorm, man. You in chain gang, you got to deal with it. And a lot of guys, they'll always say that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. When you end up in prison, bro, you got to deal with all type of crazy stuff. So all the stuff you can say stuff about, but you can't really just complain about it because this is a part of the prison, and this is actually what goes on in there. But Josh was just asking for a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying, like dumb it down with the noise. And he was real respectful, bro. That's one of the things I noticed about Josh. And they kind of like chumped him off back there, bro. They kind of like chumped him off, and he had came and sat at the table, pulled out his little book, and started reading. And he always be reading, bro. A lot of times you see him, he just sitting back there on his bunk and be reading, bro. So anyways, bro, after all that happened, the next day, he went to detail and everything. I remember the inspection team coming in there, bro. Inspection team coming there. And when the inspection team coming in there, a lot of these ghost faces, bro, they really wasn't ready for inspection, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. When the warden and them came in there, bro, they back there scrambling to get their stuff ready. So they end up locking up 2 of them ghost face white dudes that morning, bro. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the box. Boom. So when that boy Josh came back now, you know, his bunkmate was gone. His bunkmate, and I think another dude that slept across from him in the cut was gone. So I was like, man, it's probably, you know what I'm saying, a little bit better for Josh, because one of them that got locked up was one of the ones that was actually trying to chump him off that day and stuff like that. So anyways, bro, about 6, 7 o'clock, he pulled out the hacky sack. You know, once he pulled out the hacky sack, I'm over there. Boom. We over there playing. I was like, damn, bro, you going, why they be trying you like that? He was like, man, I'm not worried about them, Jamaica, man. He's like, man, I've been dealing with these guys for so long, bro. He's like, I'm not worried about them. They just another stupid dude in chain gang. That's what he said. He said what they're really mad about is they trying to get me to become Ghostface. He was like, man, I've been locked up since I was almost 14 years old, man. You think I'm finna join a gang or organization now? Especially a whole bunch of stupid dudes like that. That's exactly what he called them, a whole bunch of stupid dudes. He said, first and foremost, this stuff just came about a couple years ago. He said, I don't know why these dudes just joining this stuff, man, and they be acting like a whole bunch of idiots. He said, most of he said most of these guys that you see on here are ghost faces, bro. A lot of the white dudes that he been in juvenile with and coming up in the system through, he was like, bro, they was never like that, bro. He was like, once they joined that stuff, they started acting crazy, doing all this type of crazy stuff, walking around calling each other crack. He said, man, I hate that word. He said, I hate that word. He said, man, I done told him plenty of time to stop calling me that, man. And he pointed exactly, he kind of pointed at Sandbox. He indirectly just pointed at him, but he kind of like, yeah, him. Sandbox be calling him crack all the time, bro. He said they trying to get him to Ghostface, but he was not going for it. He's like, man, I'm not with that type of stuff. So anyways, bro, we finished over there. We played a hacky sack, got a good sweat in. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I found something new to do in the dome. You know what I'm saying? It's like a daily stuff. I go out there, play soccer in the day, or if they run night yard, and once we come back in, we get a little game of hacky sack in. And as time go on, bro, more people started coming over there, bro. More people started coming, joining and stuff. Because they see how we be over there going crazy. Folks be like, man, it actually look fun to some of the Hispanics. They actually start coming over there, bro. You know, they just like to run up and down on the soccer field. So anyways, bro, one day now they go to the yard. And this is where some of the Hispanics had kind of got involved in this situation, bro. Because it was a situation on the yard where it was Sandbox. I think it was a Hispanic dude over there. They was playing volleyball over there, bro. And them and some of the white dudes end up getting into it, bro. Where one of the white boys actually had then swung on the Hispanic dude, man. This was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Because, listen, bro. In the middle of the yard at Riverbend, bro. Listen, bro. It is so much Hispanics, bro. Them folks rushed over there so fast. But they're kind of like one of the elder Hispanics. He had kind of like then squashed the whole situation, because he ain't wanted to kind of like spill over like that. So when we went to the dorm, you know, it was pretty much still a lot of tension in the dorm. A lot of the Hispanics, they walk around with their shoes on. A lot of white dudes, they walk around with their shoes on. So what's the name? Josh had came out there. Me and Josh was in there later on. We playing hacky sack. And I remember Sandbox came over there. He was like, man, what's up, man? You ain't rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? He said he's supposed to be on point. So Josh was like, I don't have nothing to do with what y'all got going on. He's like, man, you Ghostface, ain't it? So Josh was like, man, you know Ghostface, man. Stop doing that. Stop playing with me like that, man. That's when one of the guys in the dorm told Sandbox, like, man, go on somewhere, man, and leave that man alone. You don't see that man over here trying to goddamn play his little hacky stack and stuff. So anyway, Sandbox, I done walked off, went back to his little bunk or whatever. But it wasn't nothing serious with them going on with the Hispanics, bro. I don't even think the Hispanics was really stunting them like that. To the main guys who had done got into it, they in different dorms and stuff. But you know this is chain gang, so you know you always gonna have guys who just always try to be on point and stuff like that, bro. And this was one of them situations. So when he left, I was talking to Josh, and Josh was like, man, listen, man, I'm so sick of these guys, man. He's like, man, I'm just ready to get out this situation. I've been in here too long. You see the type of stuff I got to deal with. He's like, man, I don't even be talking to people like that. And I did notice that, bro. This man really just sit on his bunk. But like I said, he be reading his book a lot of times, bro. Or he be going to program, or he just be over there playing hacky sack. Sometimes he be on the yard playing volleyball with them folks, bro. And that's when he was like, man, I'm about to stop playing volleyball with him. I'm finna try to get moved to another dorm and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn, bro, why you gonna move to another dorm? He's like, man, I just don't like the mess, man. I can't bother with all the mess. This chain gang mess is getting to me after all these years. I was like, damn, I was thinking in my head, man, that's kind of crazy, bro. You gonna let them push you out the dorm like that? And I ain't gonna lie, bro, over a period of time in chain gang, I do see a lot of guys in situation like that, bro, where they're in a dorm and they feel like guys is trying to press them, try to pressure them into a situation, and they'll just eliminate themselves, bro. They'll go far away, bro. They'll go to the other side of the compound. Some of these guys even put in for a transfer, bro. They're actually going to sit in the hole. So anyways, bro, I seen Sandbox the next day. I was like, damn, bro, why y'all be pressing bro like that, man? Man, shit, man, he ain't talking about nothing. Jamaica, he ain't talking about nothing. Now, Sandbox, he was in them guys. He think he's just a tough white dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing with him, he could scrabble, though. Yeah, he will scrabble with you, man. He will, you know what I'm saying, roll and throw punches and do all of that. He's always out there on the yard. Them white boys always there out there wrestling and slamming each other out in the dirt and all type of stuff. Sometimes you see them come back in the dorm, they full of dirt. Now, I did see Sandbox get to fighting in the dorm with another white dude. He did beat him up. But to me with Josh, I don't think he could have took Josh like that, bro. I don't think he could have handled Josh. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. He wouldn't be able to hang with Josh. Cause first of all, Josh didn't abuse any type of drugs. You know what I'm saying? Sandbox and them guys, they'd be on the cream all day. They'd be smoking CIs all day and all type of stuff. And Josh, he ain't do none of that, bro. All the time you see him, he just got water, bro. Drinking water. See the coffee and water, bro. That's all he be drinking all the time, bro. So anyways, bro, I'd say about a week go by, bro. Everything was pretty much smooth, bro. You know, Josh pretty much be doing his own thing. Everybody doing their own thing in the dorm, bro. And the situation came up again where it was another white dude who had moved in the dorm from another dorm, bro. I guess he had got out the hole. And I think he got out the hole, bro. He was supposed to be some type of leader over the Ghostface on the compound and stuff like that. So after him being in the dorm a couple of days, I kind of see that he had all the Ghostfaces pretty much kind of in a chokehold like this, bro. Anything that he say, that's what they pretty much was doing. And you could tell Josh, he was kind of like nervous about the whole situation with him being in there in the cut with them folks, bro. So one day we playing hacky sack and stuff. I was like, man, who that new dude down there? He was telling me, yeah, he's supposed to be over the Ghostface and all type of stuff. And Josh was like, the dude was talking to him, asking him like why he didn't want to be a Ghostface. Some of the Ghostface tell him in the dorm that Josh was on his walk. So Josh was like, I was telling him, man, I'm not on no walk or nothing like that. So he was like, the dude was like, yeah, man, we gonna see what's going on with you. We gonna make you Ghostface. So that kind of had Josh kind of nervous. I was like, man, them folks ain't gonna mess with you, man. They just trying to press you, bro. That's just a part of this little sneaky press game that these guys do in chain gang, bro, to get you a part of their organization and gangs. I done seen plenty other gangs do it, bro. So anyways, bro, one day now we in the dorm, bro. We in the dorm, and I see them back there. It's a big old group back there, bro. I remember I came in from child, bro, and I seen a big old group back there. And everybody in the dorm attention was pretty much back there, bro. So we seen Josh back there, and one of my homeboy that first kind of introduced me or told me about Josh, that Josh had to help him out in GED. He's like, man, what the heck going on? So, you know, little bro, his head is kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? He from the Chi. His head is kind of hot. So he went back. He's like, hey, man, what y'all got going on, man? You know what I'm saying? So I remember when the Ghostfaces was like, man, this Ghostface business, man. This Ghostface business. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Boop, boop, boop. So bro was like, man, listen, man, I don't care about none of y'all white boys, man. I don't give a damn about none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I come here to check on my homeboy. He's like, man, I don't care what nobody say, man. This one of the bro right here, man, he good. You know what I'm saying? This man helped me, got my GD and all type of stuff, bro. So once little bro went back there, you see other people, they pretty much like this on the scene. Everybody, bro, I'm talking about from every organization, bro. You had other white dudes, you had Bloods, GDs. It wasn't a lot of gang members and stuff like that, bro. Even some of the Hispanics, that was like, man, y'all on some BS, bro. Josh, one of the coolest dudes in the dorm, bro. Y'all can't try to press that man into no type of gang. Folks was just leaving y'all alone. But ever since this so-called Ghostface leader came in the dorm, y'all feel like y'all gonna put the muscle down on this man. Now, the Ghostface dude, I guess the leader that's supposed to be over the Ghostface on the compound, he was trying to buck on everybody. Like, man, this Ghostface business, man. Anybody could shoot the one. I shoot the one with anybody. So some of the guys, they was just laughing in the dorm, man. You know, some guys felt some type of way offended. You know, everybody think they could fight and everybody think they the best fighter and all this type of stuff. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. This white dude was pretty big. He was pretty swole. So he's like, man, I shoot the one with anybody, man. I shoot the one with anybody. So that's when you had guys now like grouping up some of the younger guys. I ain't from different gangs and stuff like that, because everybody used to pretty much hang around together, bro, with each other in the dorm. They was like, man, listen, man, we'll slide all y'all folks, man. We'll slide all y'all, man. Y'all on that BS like that with Josh, we slide all y'all, man. All y'all could get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So Joshua was like, man, nah, man, I ain't with all this mess, man, all this crazy stuff, man. He's like, bro, I just put myself on the door and I'll just leave. So everybody in the dorm, leave. Oh, heck nah, bro. Joshua, the coolest dudes in the dorm, everybody was like, hell nah, bro. Before you go, the whole dorm put all these folks on the door, bro. So one of the little guys in the dorm, he like, bro, I hit with that big old white boy, bro. I hit with that big old white boy. So Josh was like, nah, man, ain't nobody finna get to fight with nobody. So that's when Sandbox, he's like, man, Josh, man, you playing with this Ghostface stuff, bro. Go playing with this Ghostface stuff. I'll beat you, whoop, whoop, whoop. So that's when somebody was like, hey, Josh, go ahead and shoot the one with Sandbox. You know what I'm saying? Josh wasn't scared, bro. He was one of them guys that's just really avoid problem, bro. He see problem coming from a distance, and he'll try to step to the side. But everything was pretty much getting rowdy in the dorm, bro. One of the time the police actually came in the dorm. They opened the door like, what y'all got going on in here, man? Why everybody grouping up back there? Lieutenants up front watching the cameras. Y'all need to separate. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So everybody pretty much kind of separate, bro. But like I said, Josh was around there in the cut with all the ghost faces. And mind you, everybody in the dorm was just talking all this mess to him. So he pretty much sitting back there, bro. And him and Sandbox, they went to arguing, bro. Now I never seen Josh got this loud. Never seen Josh got this loud. Josh got loud as ever, man. You want a one? You want a one? I'll give you a one. I'll give you a one. And he was putting his shoes on, bro. Like just like how he be strapping up, like when he get ready to play hacky sack. That's how Josh strapped up, man. Josh came out his shirt. I ain't never seen him, bro. He started getting red and everything. I ain't never seen him like that. Came out his shirt and everything. So my same homeboy Shy went back there and Shy was like, all right, man, whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna jump him now. Ain't nobody gonna jump him. Any one of y'all Ghostface white boy swing, we swinging on y'all. That's what he said. Everybody pretty much in the dorm, bro, on Josh's side, bro. Cause it was like, bro, y'all folks on the BS. Y'all been on the BS with that man, but nobody wasn't really stunting like that. But as soon as this so-called Ghostface leader come in the dorm, y'all want to start all this problem with this man, bro. So anyway, bro, Josh took off his shirt, Sandbox over there. Now, Sandbox, he was kind of short white dude. He loved to wrestle and loved to grapple. He real tough now. He's real tough country white boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. But Josh was in shape, bro. Cut up, you know what I'm saying? Always working out, bro. He work out. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, when you see Josh on that pull-up bar, bro, that man be eating that pull-up bar. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. He be going crazy on the pull-up bar. So anyways, bro, they over there, they line up in the cut. Me, now, I couldn't really get to see that good, bro, because it's a lot of people in the way. So I kind of sat on a bunk where I could look through the bunks that's on the wall, because nobody really had no tents up. I could look through the bunks on the wall, and I really see what's going on, bro. So when I see what's going on, they square up. The first thing Sandbox do is trying to goddamn go grab that man. You know what I'm saying? Josh stepped out the way. Kneed him. Boom! Knee dead in his forehead, bro. So you hear one of the Ghostface white boy, get up, crack, get up, crack. You know what I'm saying? So he got back up. Josh didn't even down bad him, bro. Josh could have down bad that man right there, bro. Everybody like, man, get on him, Josh. So Josh like, nah, let him get up. Let him get up. Now Sandbox, boom, they squared up again. Sandbox threw a little punch and tried to run it. I ain't gonna lie, now he did grab Josh. He grabbed Josh and he kind of slammed Josh. I ain't gonna lie. Boom, took Josh for a little ride. He didn't put him too high in the air, but he did take him for a little ride. Boom. So that's when he started to get up on top of him. That's when Shy ran in there. Shy was like, oh, hell no. Let him get up. Let him get up. He just let that man get up. Let him get up. So that's when one of the other Ghostface white boys, bro, tried to he finna move towards Shy. Man, please, bro. Them young guys in the dorm like, man, what's up, man? What y'all doing, man? What y'all doing? Everybody just went to run around. So everybody trying to calm down the situation too, bro. A lot of people trying to calm the older guys. They was like, man, y'all just chill, man. Remember the police looking and all this type of stuff. So everybody was like, man, F the police, man. It's on right now. Anyways, Josh got back up, bro. They got back up and them boys over there, they started squabbling, bro. They started throwing fists. Boom, 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 boom. I ain't gonna lie, Josh got and put him on the door, on that back exit door one time, bro. They got this big red door, like an emergency exit in the back of the dorm. Man, Josh put him back there, man. Josh was working on him. Boom. Josh started throwing knees and everything, bro. Boom, boom, boom. So that's when one of the white boys, Ghostface leader, white boys, all right, man, all right, it's over with, it's over with. I know it's over with. I know that's right. You know what I'm saying? Your so-called crack getting beat up. I know it's over with. You gonna call it quits then. So everybody was like, all right, man, just chilling. They kind of got Josh. And I ain't going to lie, it was another white dude in the dorm, bro. He was an older white guy. He actually switched out bunks with Josh. He was like, man, Josh, I'll switch bunk with you, man. I'll go back there so you ain't got to be around these folks, man. And I was like, bro, this situation is crazy, bro. Because that man just be chilling, bro. Y'all trying to force that man to become Ghostface, and he don't want to become Ghostface. Y'all want to jump out that man and beat that man up. That is crazy, bro. But the whole dorm was riding for Josh, bro. The whole dorm stood up for Josh. Cause Josh one of the coolest dudes, bro. Mind you, this man been gone since he's 14 years old, man. All this man trying to do is do these couple years, bro, on real smooth, stay out the way of the police and all type of stuff like that, so he could just try to make parole, bro, and get out and get on with his life, bro. But you always have a whole bunch of knuckleheads in chain gang, bro. It could be black, white, purple, blue, whatever, bro. It's knuckleheads everywhere, bro. And these folks was definitely on the BS. But Josh gave him the business, though. I ain't gonna lie. Josh gave him the business, bro. And days after that, you know, they walking around mugging their face after him and all type of stuff like that, bro. I remember a couple days after that, we playing hacky sack. You know what I'm saying? Sandbox, he came sitting at the table. So I'm like, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? What you got going on, Sandbox? He's like, man, I ain't got nothing going on in Jamaica. I'm just over here looking at y'all playing hacky sack. I was like, all right, nah, bro, don't be on no BS. He's like, nah, man, everything good, bro. Everything squashed, bro. It's over with. I was like, okay, that's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Sandbox, he was all right, man. But when he get around them other Ghostfaces and stuff, bro, he get on the BS. I ain't going to lie to y'all. But anyways, though, man, that's the story for today, man. I hope y'all appreciate the story. I hope y'all run the views up. Keep running these subs up. A lot of peace, a lot of respect. I'm out, man.